Hello and welcome to EV Focus Now. Today we're going to talk about performance versus range. In 2021, we are going to have close to 6 to 7 new EV models coming out, which is exciting. Someone like myself who's been driving EV cars, electric cars, for about 7, 8 years, I have waited a long time to see this year come about where we're going to have, on average, uh, cars that can go 250 miles or more range, charging speeds of 100 kilowatts or more, and more SUV versions of electric vehicles. I've driven a lot of Leafs and of course I drive a Bolt and have a Model 3. But now we're getting a bunch of new compact SUVs coming out, smaller compact hatchbacks, whatever you want to call them, coming out, and I am so excited. It's going to be such an exciting year, and hopefully things will be taken care of and put under control with everything going on right now as hopefully continue to get better as we go into the spring and summer. So I'm really excited because I haven't been driving anywhere. Got these nice electric cars, I can't go anywhere. So I'm anxious to hit the road. But one thing about hitting the road I want to talk about is range and performance, and what really matters and what really doesn't. And I would say range and performance are two different things. So let's go into performance first. So many manufacturers are coming out with a regular entry model, like the Mustang Mach-E, the Volkswagen ID4. You're getting the the Volvo XC Recharge. XC40s Recharge. Excuse me. All these vehicles are coming out, and a lot of these vehicles are going to have a performance variant of them, meaning a performance upgrade, much like Tesla Model 3. They have a Model 3 Performance, a Model Y Performance. But I would like to say that to people, maybe people like the average person, they really don't need to spend the money on the performance brand, because what are you getting is, okay, you're getting some colored, bigger brakes, some wider wheels, better handling, maybe better suspension, and of course faster overall top speed and 0 to 60 time, which is impressive. Okay, I mean, those who want that definitely can get it. Maybe you go to the track. Kyle Connor from Out of Spec Motoring, I love watching him and the whole crew at Inside EVs. Kyle's all about that performance and stuff, and he loves it, and that's great. But again, Kyle is not single. He has a girlfriend, but he's not married. He doesn't have a family, and those things kind of will set you back a little bit and saying, hey, do I really need a performance model versus the regular model? But Kyle, hey, that's what he does, so maybe he'll always buy a performance model. But I would say to many people buying a performance model, unless you're going on the track and stuff, my Model 3 mid-range can do a lot of the same things that the performance model can for a lot less money. And the same thing will happen with the Ford Mustang Mach-E standard versus the GT version. Now, yes, both are going to be, 0 to 60 time can be different on all the performance models versus standard model. But again, if someone's coming from an ICE vehicle, a regular gas vehicle going to EV, 0 to 60, 5 to 6 seconds is fast to them. Much faster than probably their combustion engine car gets, because you have instant torque driving EV, and those who've driven EVs know exactly what I'm talking about. You just push and you go, take off. So to them, that is going to be performance. That is going to be quick. So why would they spend another in some cases $12,000 for the performance brand when the brand they're getting, the standard range one or the standard entry one, is performance based on what they came from. So it'll feel like performance to them. And that's been my experience over the years. I mean, my mid-range is as fast as I want it to go. I'm not looking to go in 0 to 60 in 3 seconds. For what? I'm not racing anybody off a line. I don't need a top speed of 150 miles an hour. I'm not going more than, if that, 90 miles on the freeway on any road trips. And neither are most people. And if they are going over, fine. You want to go 100 miles, 110 miles on a road trip, on a freeway, interstate, fine. My model mid-range can do that too. I don't need about performance to do it. So again, those are my arguments, and my arguments only, to why performance shouldn't matter as much. And if you're getting an EV, unless you're into performance and you just have to have that fastest version of that car, and that's why people buy Mustangs and they buy Camaros and Corvettes and the Ferraris and the GT versions of different cars, the M's, the AMGs because they want that look. They just want people to know they have this fastest version. But my thing to you is you really don't need it. You're going to get a performance car. It's going to feel performance if you're coming from an ICE vehicle. Trust me on that. And you'll see yourself as you test drive the cars if you want to. But then again, hey, if you got the money and it doesn't matter and you want it, go get it. But you really, to me, you're getting it without spending the money. So that's my spiel on performance. Now, range. How much range, should matter, and do you really need? With these new cars coming out, I would tell you that, the range is not as important. I mean, they're coming out with 230 to 260 miles of range. And typically, I'm going to tell you, that's going to be fine for your everyday driving. Not only that, but that's going to be fine for your interstate travel. If you're traveling on vacation or whatever, because of two reasons. Because the charging network is growing so much, whether you're on a Tesla charging network or you're on a Electrify America. They're all over the place. They really are. And on top of that, these speeds of these cars are now charging at 100 kilowatts or more. So now, unlike my Bolt, which is a great city car, don't get me wrong, but on a road trip, it only charges at 50 kilowatts. And then on top of that, that's going to take you an hour almost to get to 80%, maybe 45 minutes, 80%. Before you're able to hit the road again. And then you also have to deal with, connecting to Electrify America, making sure it connects okay. And that's something that's also going to be corrected in the future with these new cars that can be plug and go. Much like Tesla, you plug in and go, and that's great. That's why Electrify America has been putting in these new modified models of chargers. So knowing that is a great thing. Knowing that now, hey, in not just a Tesla, but in these other vehicles, I can stop after 2 hours of driving, an hour and a half driving, get something to eat, use the bathroom. 20 minutes, I'm pretty much 80% again, I'm on my way. So now having that, do you really need to pay for extra range? Do you really need extra range? Lucid and Tesla, the Model 3 Raven and the Lucid Air, 517 miles of range, 518 miles of range, I believe. That's great. I don't know anybody who's driving even 300 miles without stopping, let alone 400, 500 miles. So to me, with the advantages of electric cars, how fast they charge, and the fact that you're going to stop constantly if you're on a 3 or 4 or 5 hour road trip to get something to eat for a minute or go to the bathroom, you really don't need anything much over 250 miles of range. You mean it's nice to have that buffer because, hey, you do have taken effect. There are, climate things like wind, might be hitting some headwind, weather may be an issue, elevation, all those things eat up range, and then also how fast you're going. So I understand that, having a 300 miles of range is great because it allows you not to have any compromises, which I totally understand, because when people drive electric cars and for electric adoption, people are going to want no compromises. They're not going to be told, oh, I have to drive under this amount of speed or I have to drive this way. They want to get in and go and drive it just like they do their gas car. So that's very important. So having a little extra range allows you that buffer so you can speed a little more if you want to, go a little bit past 75 miles an hour. You don't have to worry about elevation and you don't have to worry about weather. So I understand that point too. But I think we're right in that sweet spot of 250 to 300 miles is where we need to be. So these, again, in my opinion, I love to know yours. Tell me what you think. Do you think performance really matters, and how much range is enough range for your everyday driver, and even your every now and then, or maybe every weekend road trip? I think that we're in an exciting time in 2021, and these vehicles are going to be able to meet the challenge, and more people are going to be able to adapt to electric vehicles. Anyway, that's it. Don't forget to like and subscribe below. It really helps the channel, and I appreciate it. Love to turn my 17 subscribers to 20 subscribers, and my 20 to 22 eventually. So it's going to take a while, but hey, I'm patient. I can wait. So no worries. Anyway, also don't forget my referral code for if you're buying a new Tesla real soon. Use my referral code. You're going to get free supercharging miles, and I'll get free supercharging miles as well. And we both can take trips as soon as everything is opened up again. Anyway, that's it. Remember, when it comes to EVs, stay focused. Take care, and happy holidays. Bye-bye.